many times before, haven't they? And if you're looking for a positive from a Manchester City perspective, Thierry, would you actually, or could you actually argue that they got the hardest one out of the way?
That's the one I thought, like I said to you, Dave, before at the top of the show, where I thought that they were going to drop points against Everton. I'm going to go back to Arsenal, and I said it again, where I think we can also drop points. Hey, but if you think about it, as he said, they come back into the game. You can see he has to be positive because they still have plenty of points to play. But like I said, the only thing that changed, and he said it, is that now it is in Arsenal hands only.
Yep, and they've only got one away game left. Another positive from a City perspective.
Yes, maybe, but it's a tough game. You talk about that. Thierry felt that could be the toughest game. I mean, that's equally as tough going to Bournemouth away. We've highlighted Bournemouth on this show tonight, you know, in great form. But actually, from an Arsenal point of view, tonight's all about the league. I get that, but I think that tomorrow. Can you imagine that stadium tomorrow? The excitement. Yes, they're in a different competition, but the excitement from Arsenal fans, the energy that'll be in that stadium. Get to a Champions League final. The league's in your own hands with how long to go? 2 or 3 weeks to go. But if Arsenal win that game away, next Sunday they've won the league. The league's won. I think that's what it's on. If they beat West Ham, it's on. They beat Burnley, absolutely no problem at home. I think it's on West Ham away. And then, as I said, if Manchester City would have to win maximum points then to take it to the last day. But I think if they win at West Ham away, the league's won. That was just unbelievable to watch. But I go back to, and I hope I'm right on this, I remember when Liverpool and Man City were going for the league in about 2013, I think Man City drew a game at home to Sunderland, who were in the relegation battle. And they scored late on, and it still felt like 2 points dropped, but that point actually won them the league. Now, we won't know how important that point is until the end of the season, but...
The Nasri equaliser you're thinking of?
Yeah, it was very late, and it still felt like a big result for Liverpool. They dropping points, but it could have been better. Who knows if it'll be that for Arsenal.
Right,
but...
here's the numbers then. So that point for Manchester City moves them on to 71. They can still get to 83. That is the magic number. 84 will get Arsenal to the title. Simply for them, win those 3 remaining games, and they are home and hosed. And they can't look at any other way, can they, Thierry?
Yeah, that's what I said to you. Like, yeah, we can see that Man City dropped 2 points tonight, but you can't start to think, okay, now maybe. There's no maybe. Win your games. Like I said to you, I'm worried for the West Ham one. Like I was worried for City with the Everton one. So do not look at what City are doing right now, because it is in your hand. Win your games, you win the title.
It's funny how you're Arsenal, you know, sat at home, wouldn't it? You know, it's such a strange sort of feeling.
You've got to be delighted, haven't you? That your rival has dropped points.
Of course, but
else.
To see City come back like that, I'd be like, ugh, could have been even better. But listen, it's a great night for them, of course it is. Yeah, but it's just... Oh wow!
It's back in their hands, isn't it? Because
that's the most important thing.
It wasn't.
You don't need to look at what City are doing. It's in your hands.
You know, there'll be that added little incentive as well. If they get through that unscathed, then you can't see anything stopping them. And the pressure's been on them. They've dealt with it so far in the last couple of games. And you look at the fixtures; they have got a favourable set of fixtures compared to Manchester City. So, well and truly in Arsenal's hands now. They'll be delirious going to bed tonight, having seen that. They nearly got everything. But if you had asked them at the start of the night, would you take them just dropping 2 points, they would have absolutely done that. So big advantage to Arsenal. And time will tell whether that last gasp Doku goal is anything to go by. But no, it's Arsenal's night.
I mean, there's been twists and there's been turns, and as a City player, you'd have to believe. But really, as I say, if you're going to believe there's going to be a twist, it can realistically only happen at West Ham.
Yeah, it's more of a hope than believe now. You're hoping that there's a negative performance result tomorrow in Champions League, and that has a knock-on effect into the Premier League. But again, as I said, they would be aware of this. Whether they watched it or not, they'll be very aware of this result tonight, and that will give them a huge lift confidence-wise for the remaining fixtures.
And it's a difficult situation for City now, because they know it's not to give them any chance. They just have to win and bounce back.
Yeah, it is. It is difficult, but there's still an FA Cup final so a trophy to play for. So you still want to have some form of momentum and confidence going into that game. So, yeah, what is there 2 games prior to that? But yeah, it will take a long time to get over this today.
It is. It's. I mean, it's heartbreaking if you're a Manchester City fan. Half of their fans walked out the game, with 10 minutes to go, and then a goal was scored straight from kickoff, and all of a sudden it's it might have a chance still, and then to score again. I mean, it was an unbelievable comeback. But a point at this stage of the season, Jolien mentioned it before the game. Manchester City haven't gone 10 games unbeaten or 10 wins on the spin all season. Was it a bit much to ask? I mean, they've been in cracking form, beating some brilliant teams in recent weeks. But to keep going and to keep winning games with a team that haven't done that for a long time was maybe asking a little bit too much. But they showed their resolve, they showed their fight. But it's just it just feels like it's Arsenal's now to lose.
A real battle out there, especially in that second half. It was very lively, but you come away with a point. How do you reflect on the performance tonight?
Really good. Player standing first half. Really, really good. We create a lot, and we're so tight, so difficult physicality in second half. They make a step up. We were maybe not as much aggressive to control, and after, of course, we give away the goal. But after they come back and they make a proper English game, and so aggressive in the duels, and but in general we make a really good performance.
What did you make of the first half in particular? Because Manchester City had so much possession, but how difficult were Everton to break down until, of course, Jeremy Doku got his goal?
Yeah, they were more difficult for them break down, right? They have one chance, So more difficult for them than for us. I think we were outstanding, so we arrived by line a lot in shoots and chances, and it's not easy because they play defensively so well with 10 players there, transition with Beto, with Dewsbury Hall, and yeah, so we take the point, and until it's over, we can continue.
At 1-0 up, there was a challenge from Michael Keane onto Jeremy Doku. What did you make of that?
Okay, your pundits can say it.
Second half changed, obviously, Everton getting the goal. Where do you feel the differences were then in terms of how open the game was compared to the first half?
No, the momentum, they were more aggressive. But we had, in general, we were good in our process, and we arrived. Jeremy was outstanding in the left side, and we create a lot. We arrive a lot, and unfortunately, we could not capitalize, especially in the first half, that we did it. So Everton away always is difficult. And I give credit to them for his composed aggressivity and step up, and nothing to say.
How pleased are you with the fight back, though, from your team to get something from the game, get a point? We don't know what this will mean in the title race, but a point will be. Does it look like a positive to you, or obviously? No,
it's better than lose. So we better win, and we play for that, and it just show what the team they are. No, we tried, and everything, the players who come up, they were aggressive, so we have done it.
In terms of the title race then, does it still feel like a blow to you, this performance, this result, sorry?
Well, now it depends on our hands. Before that game, it was in our hands, in the hands of Arsenal as well, but in our hands, now no. So what we have to do is the 4 games that we have in the Premier League. So next Brentford, and it will be quite similar because the competitors are good, and we'll see what happens.
Do you still have to go to every game now, though, with that belief that you can still do it?
Yeah, of course. Like we came here.
Pep, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.